Hi guys, welcome back to Doing Talks. My name is Ade Doing. And like I said in my last video, today I'm going to be talking about embracing your uniqueness, accepting your difference and all that other stuff. So come with me. I've always wanted to be like someone else for as long as I can remember. When I was growing up, my sister and I were like opposites. So she was this small, outspoken person, like no nonsense kind of person, and I was the calm, quiet, no problem kind of person. And usually I just always like wanted to be like more like those people that were just always out there and things like that. But it wasn't until recently before I started to embrace this gift. Yes, because I call it the gift of my uniqueness. Because if we wait on someone else to appreciate you or tell you the good things about you or the things you are doing right, you would probably wait a long time. The truth is, it's easier to amplify something that is bad. Like, so you always find people talking about, you have a bad character, you are too quiet, you make too much noise, you are too this, you are too that. You hardly find people tell you that you're a good listener, or you're really a friendly person, or I like your outspokenness. People, like, it's just going to be very rare. So I learned on my own, and the truth is, a lot of us, we wait on others to appreciate us and tell us those things about us, but we'll never find those people. And the one I even hate the most is like when people talk about something bad about someone's physical appearance, because usually those are the things that you do not have control over. Like, you're too short, you're too tall, like, it's not cool. It's not cool. That's a video for another day, but basically I'm even talking now about character or habits and all of that, which the person still has a measure of control over. A lot of people, like, till they die, they do not get to a point where they are proud and are confident in the fact that I'm not like somebody else. A lot of people do not get to that position. All your life you are just wanting to be like someone else, and you die and you never live in the sense of like maximizing your uniqueness or your gifts and all those other stuff, which is not cool. I got to realize, like, I got to understand, like, in the whole world, like in the whole of this earth, there is nobody like me. Like, I'm like one of a kind. Like, nobody has been through the things I've been through. Nobody knows all the things I know. Nobody's from the same family as me that hears my name. Like, that's just enough. That's enough uniqueness already. And a lot of us don't get to understand those things. Every one of us has something to offer. You have something to offer, because nobody knows everything you know. Nobody has been through what you've been through. That's enough, like, enough substance for you to give out and to be able to help others with that. That's like a lot of substance or a lot of gift already. When I talk about embracing your uniqueness, I'm not talking about, because some might say, am I encouraging people to act anyhow? Some people will come up, some people can just come up. Some people might just be like saucy for no reason, and they'll be like, that's just the way I am, and you have to accept me that way and things like that. So I'm not talking in that sense. I'm not talking about those. That is not a good character. I remember some years ago, because I like being in charge of my environment. Like, I like being in control of my space, and I think that's a quality that maybe most introverts will have. So I like being in control of my space. So you rarely find me going to visit somebody, like, except the person invites me. I will hardly ever say, let me go and visit this person, not for any reason, but just because of the fact that I like to be in control of my space. So I like to dictate what I want to eat, when I want to eat, how I want to eat, how I want to spend my day. I don't like anybody having to dictate all of those things for me. So that's one thing. So I realized there was this friend of mine who was always trying to, she's quite like the opposite of what I am. So she's the friendly, so she was always trying to come and check on me. And there was a time when it was really, really, it felt like, she was choking me, like, yeah, too much in my space. I don't want to make friends. It's by force, like, that kind of thing. But I realized that I was doing it in like the wrong way. Like, I was being very unaccommodating, and so it was more like God showed me my heart at that point in time. So I had to, so there is need to find a balance, of course. Yes, you don't want to be all out there and always be around people. You want to spend time with yourself, but also you should learn to accommodate people, because we're not here for ourselves, we're here for others. We're on this earth for others also, so we should learn to relate with people in a way that is good and tolerant. So that's what I'm saying, like, about the sauciness too. You can't say you're saucy, or you can't say you're just proud and that's who you are. You want to embrace that kind of, that's not something someone should be comfortable or should be happy about. So there's the tendency usually for people like introverts. They are the ones that usually feel like they have less gifts to offer, they have less to offer to others because of just that personality thing. But it's quite the opposite. An important way I think that people can, get to understand or to realize their gifts or to discover themselves is in solitude. Like, I just learned that last year, funny enough. Like, the truth is, there were things that were already in me, but it took work on my part, to get to know those things. There's some things that have already been part of me that I always have just done as part of me, but I didn't really understand until I got to, just take time out, spend time alone with myself, and to, what do I what is really different about me? What makes you different from this person? You get all those things. So it took me time in solitude, and I think that's one thing everybody runs away from. Most people don't like to spend time alone. You always want to be around people. You always like the noise, the hustle, bustle. You don't want to take time out, because that's when we are left with who we are, who we truly are. You're alone with yourself, and everything that you have comes out. So sometimes you can even be bored. Have you had to spend time alone with yourself and you're bored of yourself? So that kind of thing. So that's why a lot of people run away from. But I think it's important, because then you're able to understand and discover those things that are on the inside of you. Do you know that if you listen to something for a long time, regardless of how false it is, you eventually start to believe it. That's why I talked initially about not waiting on people to tell you the things you are doing right, because people always tell you what you are doing wrong, and those things will stick faster than even the things that are good about you. So you have to be the one to encourage yourself at times. You have to be the one to work on yourself at times, because people will not do those things for you. And you need to understand that your personality, your gifts, they are not a disadvantage. I used to think that my personality was a disadvantage, like nothing good could come out of being an introvert. What good could possibly come out of being wanting to be on your own most times, and just not needing too much noise at times and all of those things. I didn't know what good could probably come out of it. So from spending time with myself, I realized that I'm a good listener. I love listening to people. I love when people feel like they are free enough to talk to me about whatever it is they're going through, and just being a shoulder for people. And even sometimes, even if I don't have solutions to their problems, just being a shoulder for them, I just love it. And also I realize that I'm very empathic. I just tend to feel, for some reason, I just feel whatever. It feels like I literally feel like I'm the one going through that thing at that point in time. So it even pushes me more to find a way to help out. And my sister is always like, not everybody can be like you. And that's one thing, because most times when you're looking at somebody wanting to be like that person, most times that person also is looking at you, appreciating some things about you. Because my sister would tell me that, do you know everybody can be like you? You're too nice, you're too this, you're too that. But I don't see it. It's not like I'm trying to be nice or I'm doing it because I want someone to like me. They're just things that I just do because I don't know, I just can't do any other thing. It's just what I want to do, or I feel like I should be doing. So things like that. So I hope this video has been able to help somebody out there. Don't beat yourself because of things you can't change. You were not the one who determined your personality type or your gift. Those things are just the things that God gave to us. So instead of beating yourself about it, you should look at those areas where you're strong and try to use them for something meaningful, and those areas where you're weak, you try to work on them too. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it.